Hello. So your Spooky2 kit has arrived. Yay. Exciting. And I was very excited when I got mine. So welcome to this video presentation on getting your kit, setting up software and getting started on the terrain. So here I'm going to help you set up your generator, load software and install and getting started. Please bear in mind that you will need a Windows PC or laptop to run the software. This will not work on a Mac unless you want to use the emulator to run it, but it's not an easy process. So Windows is best. So here's some steps to follow. So whichever kit you get, just unbox your kit and then just leave that to the side. So first off, you want to connect the USB cable that came with the kit to the generator and then the other end to the laptop USB port. Connect the mains adapter to the generator and plug that into your main socket. Connect the boost to the generator. Twist the port holder so it locks into place. Then connect the remote to the BN port of the boost and lock that into place. If it comes off easily, you haven't locked it in, so twist it a little bit more. So this is your boost, and here you will see it's like a twist little dial. So that is, you need to lock that into place, connect it in and lock that into place onto the generator and then onto your remote. You will need a clipping of your fingernail to put into the remote. So you can use the white stickers that got sent in your kit. It's about an A5 piece of paper. So don't be throwing this away just thinking that it's paper, because these are your little stickers that you can put your nails in. If you are treating a few different people, like husband, wife, son, daughter, just make sure you write their names on their bit of DNA, then you don't get anything confused. You can download the Rife frequency list, and this will give you a compilation of frequencies from Rife frequency researchers. You'll get the biggest Rife frequency database in the world, and they're still upgrading it. 13 sub-databases, including BP, DNA, MW, PROV, CAFL, KHC, or Bio, and etc. There is more. Use this frequency list to treat common conditions, chronic problems, and even serious problems. Next, we will download the software. In Windows, go to your browser, whichever one you've got, whether with Brave, Firefox, or whichever Windows comes with. Type the following address into the address bar at the top and hit enter. So it should load you this software and documents page that I've got. So click Spooky2, 15th of January 2024, full installer. This should download direct to your downloads folder in Windows Explorer. If you can't find it, if you click the little magnifying glass bottom left on your taskbar and do a search for Windows Explorer, it will show up. Normally, it's on the taskbar right at the bottom. It'll be a yellow folder. So while still on the downloads page, click Spooky2 Chain Editor and DH Experimental Presets. You can also download the software guides. Your kit will come with a quick guide, which is about 87 pages. It's not a big book, but it's about 87 pages. But if you download the software manual, it's about 242 pages, and you can pin that to your taskbar and have it for research when you're stuck on something. So once they're all downloaded, open the downloads folder in Windows Explorer. So you will see a folder with a zip going up it. Double click this. It will extract the files to the same destination. Do that for all the files that are zipped. Once you've unzipped them, you can delete the zipped files if you want to, because the other folders will be open and ready to use. Double click the Spooky2 setup folder and install the application which is inside by double clicking it. So just follow the online wizard. Once the software is installed, you can turn the generator on. Always turn the generator on before opening the software, and then load the software. First, it will load the frequencies and then the encyclopedia. So on your screen, you'll see two oblong boxes that will pop up. So the first one will be the set of frequencies and the second will be the encyclopedia. Depending on how fast your machine is, it takes about 5 minutes or less. In the meantime, if you get a pop-up that says install drivers and exit, click yes and install drivers as prompted. If you still get this message, reconnect the USB and try again. If it comes up with in test mode, then your cables are not connected correctly. So turn off the generator, unplug all wires and reconnect. Turn the generator back on and try again. Once the software is open, go to Utils right at the top and click Advanced Toggle Features. This then will give you access to all the tabs. So now we can set up the terrain. This is protocol and should always be done for the very first time a human or a pet uses the generator. So if we go to presets, then detox, then remote, and then terrain minus Mercury, the R in brackets is for remote. Then click the control tab at the top, and then you'll see on the top left hand side it's a small tick box next to overwrite generator. Tick that box and then click on the generator, which is either whichever yours is coming up as number 3 or number 4, and then click the start button. So the terrain runs for 11 days on remote and there are 15 presets. So here's the info for the beginning of each day in the terrain protocol. So we have 15 presets running for 11 days. Some run for 24 hours and some run for 12 hours. So doing the terrain basically gives your body a bit of a reset. So it makes it available for further Rife treatments. And whilst you are on the terrain, always make sure you drink plenty of water. This will help flush the toxins out of your body and keep you hydrated. If you ever feel like you're getting headache or feel a bit nauseous, this is a Herx reaction. So you're just not drinking enough water. So just make sure you have another pint of water. Okay. So it will show you a pink box with numbers on it. This is your generator number. This is the port. Click the correct one you have the remote connected to. If XM generator, which is the blue one, it will show only one port. It will show you a pink box. And it will have G1, out 1 and out 2. If you have the generator X Pro, you have 2 ports. So then it will show you 2 pink boxes. As this has 2 generators built in, G1 and G2. On the generator X, check which one is which. If you look at the ports, there are 4 connectors. One will say G1, out 1, out 2, and the other will say G2, out 1, out 2, as in the pictures. On the LCD screen, it says G1, port 5, and G2.6 as an example. So always check, as these can change. If you turn off or add other generators, your numbers will change. Usually we do not suggest different people to share one remote to do the detox or any treatment. But if you do not have any serious diseases, you can do that, but it's entirely up to you. I don't do it, but that's my opinion. Although you can still treat your disease with Spooky2 Generator X, we do suggest you use multiple generators, especially if you are dealing with serious diseases. The benefit of multiple generators is to be able to work on different things simultaneously, or to have several different frequency sets of a protocol operating at the same time for some of the most obstinate diseases like cancer, Lyme, or Morgellons disease. Detoxing is very important both before and during your treatment. Dedicated generators for running detox frequencies all the time are strongly recommended, and other generators are used for simultaneous treatments. If you need more generators, we suggest you getting Spooky2 XM generators. Both XM and GX generator are operated the same when it comes to running frequency applications. So whatever you can wire to the GX, you can wire to the XM. So whether it be contact, remote, plasma, cold laser, PEMF, or anything else. The GX biofeedback scan range defaults to 18 megahertz at the top end. The XM can hit 25 megahertz, so either can be used to apply the results of a standard GX biofeedback scan. If your budget does not allow for multiple GXs, having at least one opens up the door to new features, and you can also have the digitizer with the slides and do biofeedbacks using blood or saliva or nail dust. And the XM, you have to use the Spooky2 pulse to get the biofeedback, which you have to lie down and lie still for about 45 minutes. But with the digitizer on the X Pro, you just put your blood in and it runs that for you. But the XM is still the most affordable way to expand your rig for parallel frequency applications. And I always say to people, what is your budget? And then I can help advise on what somebody needs to buy. So it all just depends on what you can afford and what you can get. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one.